Since the dawn of time, there have been things that have always been with us. God, the certainty of death, the passing of time, and most of all, memes. For decades, memes have brought peace to the world. And as with all things, we must ask,
can we science this thing? After a rigorously nerdy process, I have come up with 4 data-driven memes that are all competing to be the best. However, through experimentation, only one can have that title. But that's for later. For now, please join me as I go through the process of making the best meme with science. But what do I mean by science? Well, science is the systematic study of occurrences in our physical world. What's our system? Well, going back to your awesome, fun middle school days, you may remember something called the scientific method. This method allows us to systematically study our memes through 5 steps. The first is ask a question, which we already did. Can we science this thing? Can we make the best meme by studying memes of the past? Secondly, we gotta do background research on the memes of old. Then after hypothesize, experiment, analyze, then conclude. But that's for later. For now, let's just focus on that second step. Context. All good things require context. Now I know there's a lot of you who don't like this homework. I do, I love detail. But this homework will be interesting. And if not, I guess you can skip to this timestamp. We will be studying the most common memes from each decade and search for any common trends and phenomena, starting with the 90s. Memes during the birthplace of the internet. Now the 90s didn't have any hyper-viral memes, which makes sense. Home computers were just becoming a thing. But there are 2 of note. The first is this CGI dancing baby to a song that I can't play. So instead, I'll provide you with some vocals. You're welcome.
I wanna subscribe, but wanna subscribe, but and
Now this
like.
is just the most goofy, wacky thing you've ever seen. Of course it's amusing. Heck, on this merit alone, I think it deserves to be the first meme. But this second meme is in the same space of the first. It is called Hamster Dance, and it is a website of dancing hamsters to a sped up jingle from Disney's Robin Hood, which I'm not even gonna try. You can look it up later after this video. There is a theme for the 90s, ridiculous uses for tech. Imagine seeing all these awing, inspiring things happening in the tech world and then seeing someone use all those innovations to make a dancing hamster. The 2000s has one of the biggest melting pots for memes, and in our meme history, it is a flourishing point. Starting with one of the first.
All your base are belong to us.
This was a translation error which got popularized in 2001, following a similar 90s theme of funny tech, haha, but this time, making fun of bad English. Around the mid-2000s, a new format of memes where you'd put text on an image called image macros would surface with the LOL cats craze, or lol cats. It features an image of a silly cat with text with broken English edited on. These memes are the most notable origin of image macros, but we won't see them fully realized until the next decade. There's also the well-known meme known as Leroy. This meme is a video where a team makes an elaborate plan in a video game, where an AFK player comes back to his computer, shouts his war cry, and then runs into an arena. This meme is great for its subversion of expectations. Similarly, a format of images known as demotivational posters were viral as satirical parodies of corporate motivational posters. Finally, in this theme, rickrolling is another meme that comes from subversion of expectations. Everyone knows what rickrolling is, but if you don't, it's just tricking someone into watching Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You. So the most common themes of this decade is the subversion of expectations and ridiculousness. You know, like the TV show that came out in almost the 2000s, it's close enough. Finally, there was the Success Kid, which was an image macro popularized in the late 2000s of a baby holding his fists up at a beach, which segues us perfectly into our next decade. The 2010s, in my opinion, is the last decade of truly viral memes, except for 2, which we'll get to soon. Image macros dominated the 2010s. In fact, the biggest memes of this decade were all just image macros, except for one. You can split image macros into two categories. The first is exaggeration. This would be mocking SpongeBob, bad luck Brian, attached girlfriend, distracted boyfriend. The amusement in these come from exaggerated features being injected with comedic context. The second chunk is cuteness. Image macros such as Grumpy Cat and Shocked Pikachu fall perfectly into this category. They get their amusement by being cute when injected with textural context. You might be able to see that injecting context is a critical part of image macros. These injections usually fall into two paths. The first is relatability, and the second is ridiculousness. One incredibly viral meme that isn't an image macro is Neon Cat, which is just like Hamster Dance, except this time, it's a Pop-Tart. The 2010s was largely a time of exaggerated, silly expressions. But now, the 2010s transition into the 2020s, where viral memes quickly die out. The 2020s only have two largely viral memes, both originating in the year 2020. The first is the hit game Among Us, which if you don't remember is a social deduction game that carried the 2020s. And memes are centered around these simply designed little spaceship characters. Now from what I understand, there was no real amusement in these characters or in anything in Among Us other than the fact that it was just popular and people made memes out of it. The second meme is the coffin dance. The coffin dance is a widely known clip paired with Astronomia by Tony, Iggy, and Vicetone. The clip is largely used as a video and image macro to show something is cooked, over with, done, dead, gone, blitzo. After these two, I believe there is no real viral memes, or even anything truly viral at all. While these decades were happening, the internet was also dividing itself into their own little corners. Content isn't as conjoined as it was in the old days. This time, it's catered towards each person's individual little corners. So while things may become viral in their own subsects or corners, nothing truly becomes as widespread viral as it did back in the old days. Don't believe me? After this video, go check the YouTube trending page, and you'll find that there's no trending page. However, there are still concepts from all these memes that we can use to help us create the best one, even today. Using our research in memology, we can form a hypothesis, or guess, as to how we can make the best meme possible. Combining every decade of history, I'll make the hypothesis as follows. If we can combine an amusing piece of media, either by exaggeration or silliness, and inject it with ridiculously sarcastic context, then we can create an objectively funny meme. So creating our meme comes in two parts. First, finding an amusing image or video, and secondly, injecting ridiculously sarcastic context onto that image or video. From these two criteria, I made the 4 memes that I showed you earlier in this video. The first is an image of a jolly lollipop-licking bulldog saying, "Getting caught lacking," watching a happy couple across the room. We all have those moments where you're smiling at some random couple being all happy and stuff. At least, I hope so. So it's hopefully a very relatable meme. Or I'm crazy. The second is SpongeBob happily presenting a grave, saying, "Haters showing you where the fandom's gonna be in 10 years. Again, a relatable meme for anyone in those fandom spaces or areas. The third is an image of a big-eyed cat holding a job application. Because look, even the cat wants you to get a job. The fourth is an image of a larger chihuahua with a text that says, "I don't care how much Chinese food I had, hand over the darn cake, Jimmy." This is focused on ridiculous and silly context, but it is also relatable for anyone like me who's a big foodie. Now that we have our memes, we can finally test them to see who's the best one. So I joined 3 random anonymous YouTubers Discord servers to post these memes. The best way to experiment, I thought, was to see the performance of these memes in random groups. So I posted all 4 memes and left them to marinate for about a day. The winner will be determined by whoever gets the most responses. In all fairness, I'm a little biased because I did want the fat chihuahua to win. Because come on, look at him. He's so mad at Jimmy because he wants his dang cake. Realistically, however, I do believe that the job application meme is going to win, just because it's based on a recent microtrend that happened about a year ago. So that was most likely to receive the most responses, especially on Discord, which is fine because I like that little guy too. But the other 2 are great and relatable, and I like them too, but those 2 just hit me the most. But what about you? Comment before we begin with the results. Who do you think won? Which one's your favorite? Was it the jolly dog, the condescending cat, the pessimistic SpongeBob, or the big old chihuahua? Also, a little side note, as soon as I posted all these memes in one server, this person named Lily immediately reacted with a heart to all of them, which scared me a little bit, but it's fine because now it's time for the results. Now it's time for the moment you've all been waiting for, the reveal and analysis of the best meme. If you made it this far, congratulations, here's your payoff. If you skipped, how dare you? Now I'm gonna start in last place and work my way up. And last place is actually tied. The first meme is, it's the fat chihuahua. Dang. Now the chihuahua only received 2 heart reactions. Tied with it, the SpongeBob meme also received 2 heart reactions, both by the same people. In second place, we have the goober dog, which also received 2 heart reactions. But this time, it also received a blue heart, which makes it special. And finally, in first place, with a whopping 8 responses, is the job application cat. This meme received 6 crying emoji reactions, as well as 2 responses. One of someone fearing for his life, and the other of, what the heck? This meme was also the only one to have a response in all 3 groups, since the responses from all the other memes appeared in the same server. What does this tell us about the best meme though? Did we prove that we can use science to create the best meme? Well, I think it's time to conclude. Now the biggest thing to consider is that some memes gained special attention by some people while it didn't with others. But if we were to be accurate in our hypothesis, the reactions from all 4 memes should be about the same level with margin of error. But no, different groups responded to different things and responded differently. And our winner was most likely our winner only because we were dealing with the Discord community. If we were dealing with other platforms, our response rates may be different. Comment if you want to see that. All our memes are amusing, but it is most likely that one wouldn't hit the same as it would for the other. The same was with me. All 4 were amusing, but only one truly hit me. And that's because there might not be such a thing as the best meme. Personality is subjective, and we have tried to categorize it to varying degrees of success, but we can never fully comprehend and understand it. People are unique and nuanced, so we can never fully comprehend what makes the best meme. Only the appearances of one. So can I make the best meme using science? No.
And from there, we have learned that humanity is a complicated thing. There is no classification that may ever fully describe man. The things that bring us together may never fully be understood. But even so, they may still be appreciated and created through our nature and subconscious. There is beauty in not knowing. But that is all. If you enjoyed this, for reasons I may never fully know, then please subscribe and maybe watch another video of mine. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.